Hello. Number 2 duo film of the day at Subcon. I'm Nicole. I'm your host of That Engineering Chat podcast in association with Subcon. We are here at the NEC Birmingham. You'll be watching this a little bit after the show, but we are going to still give you the opportunity to talk to some lovely people or hear some lovely people talk. So I've got my next guest, Andrew James. Hello, Andrew.
Hello.
Andrew, where are you from? Who are you and where are you from?
Wow. Bristol.
And the company that you're from?
Impact IT Solutions.
Impact IT Solutions. Yeah. What does that... And you are commercial director?
Commercial... Well, I like to leave the word sales out of my title. I'm actually sales and marketing director by official title.
But that, you know, sales and marketing is commercial.
Yep, absolutely.
So you're not lying.
No, I'm not.
You're telling the truth there.
Bending it a little bit.
Oh, you know, there's only so much you can get on your badge, isn't there? I mean, I've got a double-barreled surname, so it gets a bit complicated. But Impact IT Solutions, tell me about Impact IT Solutions, and then we'll get into why you're here.
Absolutely. Well, we're a fabulous company. IT is obviously a really, really interesting subject.
It's technology.
Absolutely, yeah. And it is really exciting.
Yeah.
At this point, probably, the thing with IT, and when we've been talking to people about their systems, their solutions, their problems, pre-COVID, just mentioned that word.
Yes.
It was a harder sell. People would like to say, why would I need to invest in my systems, my infrastructure? And we'd be saying, well, look, you know, you need to be able to remote in, work remotely. You need to be able to, improve your process. All these sort of lovely things. You need to have the modern workplace in and have the Microsoft gold standard for working. People are like, how much does it cost? Well, that's a lot of money. COVID came. Obviously, people did lots of quick fixes to work from home, couldn't go into the offices, all that sort of lovely stuff. And now, actually, people are coming saying, actually, we need to embrace this new way of working. The workforce is constrained. There's not enough talent around across all industries, which is really driving that.
Lot.
So when they're going, why should I go and work for you? And they're going, I want to work from home 2 days a week, and I want to be able to come in the office whenever I want. And they need those systems. Suddenly, companies are coming to us and saying we need that solution, and that's what we've been selling for like 10-15 years. This technology is not new. It's been there, it's a mature, and it really works. And actually it's an easier discussion to have with people now, so not having to sell, we're just delivering the technology to make people's lives easier. And
I mean, that's because I have a predominantly not fully but predominantly female team. And, I set up my business because I've got 2 young children and I wanted to spend more time with them. So I wanted to have flexi working, and then it just grew and grew and grew. But a lot of my team have children, not all of them. So we've been kind of working pretty hybrid for a long, long time. So when COVID happened, locking down was, distressing for the obvious reasons. And we were all anxious about the actual COVID. But actually the way of working, we were okay. We were kind of already doing that through summer holidays and Easter holidays. But for a lot of companies, they've just not done that. I mean, I've worked at companies years ago where they were like, you will not work from home. We do not trust you. You will work in the office from 9 till 5. Thank goodness we've got over those archaic times. I mean, this must have been a really busy time for you guys because people must have really needed the support, like you're saying.
Yeah. Well, first of all, everyone wanted laptops. You can buy them. The NHS bulk bought everything in the UK. They just swooped in there. And it was a case of sort out quick fixes for the immediate. And the immediate was the first few weeks of lockdowns. And then after the second lockdown, it was a case of people like, well, this is here to stay. It will get better. Let's start planning longer term. And that's when the real change happened for us. It's really exciting. I love all things business, regardless of whether I run an IT company. I really like to know what our customers do. And I find that even with the manufacturing things, widgets, gadgets, pins, electrical stuff, I find that fascinating. I'd run any type of company. I just enjoy getting to know people, getting to know the products, how we can change people's lives.
No, that's brilliant. That's amazing. That's great. And so people will get in touch with you, and do they normally have they've normally got a request, it's normally a reaction, is it? It's more reactive than proactive for you now at the moment.
We are a proactive company, so all our existing customers, we've got roadmaps, technology roadmaps in place of what they should be doing, in 3, 6, 12, 24 months time. And we work through that, and that's always evolving. And obviously our new customers, come to us because their current providers either can't deliver or they're not proactive, not talking to them. They suddenly come with a big bill. don't really embrace change that much. So that's the type of company we are. Everything from the moment that a company joins us and embraces our way of working, our culture, our ethics, we're proactively looking to set that cycle in of that technology roadmap. We try and keep it as light as possible. Some people want to know all the technical details, other people don't. They just say, will it work? Yes, no, where do I sign? Other people want to know every single finite detail, so we'll work to those people.
So you're really flexible.
Yeah.
And you talk about the ethos of your company and the kind of your brand values. What are those? What are some of those? Tell us some of those.
Well, for me, when I joined Impact, I wanted to look at how we looked after our customers.
Yeah.
And one of the first questions is, how many customers have we lost in the last couple of years? I want to know numbers. Before I come in and I embrace the culture and I'm selling solutions, I want to make sure that you can deliver. They do that, and the answer was 0 customers for years. Some customers go bust and obviously can't afford to change and evolve, and that's just life.
Yeah.
And the fit also has to work for everyone. You can have the best person on paper and you can interview them, and then they come and work for you and it just doesn't fit.
And why is that? It's so true. I remember someone saying to me years ago, you're the only person that we've interviewed that you are actually as good as you say on paper. Because I've had that. People just seem brilliant, and then they come in and you're like, is that the same person? It's very confusing.
Good interview techniques, they just don't execute it.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? So what are some of the things that are really coming up for people at the moment? What are some of the issues that you're coming up against that are maybe challenging but you're overcoming?
Well, one of our biggest growth areas is software development.
Yeah.
So we were historically an IT company. We dealt with servers, tin in the corner, that room which has lots of flashing lights.
Yeah.
And now we develop software for people. It all started from someone just came to us and said, we've got this whiteboard, and it was actually a cleaning company, and they were like, we manage it where our cleaners go into these different offices to clean their floors and their customers' desks and stuff, and they couldn't manage it all. And their whiteboard was huge, all different colour codes and stuff. And that
sounds like my whiteboard.
We'll just write a little app for you, a web-based app, and so we did that. And suddenly, before you know it, we had scaffolding companies come into us, and they wanted a system to manage where all the scaffolding was.
Amazing.
And then building. So just snowballed, and then we just opened up to customers, and that's that little simple thing of taking a whiteboard in a room and putting it online can change people's lives. And they were like, we've been doing this for years, and of course someone walked by and actually smudge it, and it was they would forget there's scaffolding on site, and people say, are you going to pick it up?
And it's just a bit ugly.
It is. Yeah.
It's not very tidy, is it?
I know, and you can't really, if you're locked down in COVID, change you look at your whiteboard at home, can you?
No, you can't.
Yeah.
And if you've got clients coming in, you don't really want them seeing your whiteboard.
No.
Not really.
No,
so there's things like that I mean, I'm just sitting there thinking of how you can help me, actually. I'm just selfishly getting all this actually, there's quite a lot of things you could do to help me. But with companies, is there any particular size companies? We're a relatively small team. There's only 12 of us. We're a teeny team. But is there, small teams, medium teams, massive teams? Do you sort of service all different size companies and businesses and organisations?
Across all industry sectors we work.
Yeah.
We are doing a massive push on manufacturing and engineering companies,
of course,
because historically that's where a lot of our customers are.
Yeah.
However, our sweet spot is around about 100 employees.
Is it?
Yeah, 100 employees roughly. I mean, we do have customers with 5
so
10
not me.
5-10 user staff, but they grow from tiny trees to massive,
Yeah, I like that.
Big.
Tiny trees, massive acorns. After this show, I could be calling you next week. There's 100 of us now. There you go. But that's good to know. But I mean, 100 is a reasonably sized company, isn't it? And they're going to have the needs that you can supply. And what would you say? I mean, this is me getting this in. But what would you say sets you apart from other companies like yourself? Because there's going to be some competition out there, surely.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, absolutely. When I started in IT and I went out into the world, Windows 98 was around, Windows 95, and internet was just a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there was probably 1-2 IT companies around.
Mm-hmm.
And now in Bristol alone, there's probably about 50-60.
But
there's not that many IT companies that have software development capabilities to design software.
Okay.
So that is one of our USPs, that we can develop software for MRP solutions, CRM. We can do all those sort of things. We can link things with Salesforce, HubSpot, Zoho, all those things, and tie them up with your Sage accounts or QuickBooks accounting package systems. So we can do some fantastic stuff. Yeah. So we can develop those systems, put kit for that to run on, whether it's in the cloud now or in the office. We can maintain that. We can protect you, keep that spam count down. We can do all those things, and not many companies have that all. We
under one roof.
Yeah, so we refer to ourselves as a technology partner these days, rather than an IT support company or software development company. We're a technology partner. We drive digital transformation.
Digital transformation. And so Subcon, have you been Subcon before?
Yes, so we were here last year.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were new to the scene last year.
Yeah.
Very new, and this year we've come again. We really enjoy it. It's really exciting. Excellent.
Having good conversations.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Well, listen, how can people find out more? Where do they go? Where do they find you? Are you a LinkedIn? Are you a get on our website? What's your flavour of choice?
So
Andrew?
You can chat to us online on our website if you really want to. You can send us an email. You can fill in a form. You can pick the phone up. I love talking to people. I prefer picking the phone up to people.
If you want to give people your mobile number now, you can, but I wouldn't suggest it. But you could give them your website address.
Yeah, absolutely. impactitsolutions.co.uk.
Brilliant. That's nice and easy. Well, it's been fabulous talking to you. It sounds like you're helping a lot of people, and you're going to continue to help a lot of people. Thank you for coming along to Subcon, and thank you for coming along and sitting and having a chat with me today.
Absolute pleasure.
Have an amazing show.
Thank you.
Thank you.